knows and understands what I'm supposed to do. My mom, my aunt, and all them, they're just like, eat. And I must share this. I've been watching their plates, and oh my gosh, I can't believe I used to eat like that. The plates are like packed with food, and they consume it all, and it's like, oh my God, my body would go into shock if I ate that way. And so just seeing someone and the amount of food that we put into our body, even if we don't really want it, but because perhaps we're served this amount of food, we feel that we have to consume it all. Case in point, my aunt, who's not American, by the way, so she's visiting from across the waters. There was food as I was preparing, there were meals, there was food I put on her plate, and she's like, okay, I'll eat it because it's here, but next time if you could just give me one less, or you give me half portions, but she'll consume it because she doesn't like wasting food. And I'm thinking to myself, alarm, hello, you eat until you're satisfied, put the rest away, you can indulge in it later. But she'll sit there until she'll finish the food. But here's the key. I also lived with her when I was younger, and that, between her and my mom, they're sisters, that's where I developed my habits of sitting there, making sure your plate is clean before you get up from the table, whether you're full or not. You finish what's on your plate. And because you just don't throw food away. And you certainly don't waste food. There's too many hungry people in this world without it for us to be so ungrateful as to discard food when we, either perhaps we knew we couldn't eat it before we prepared our plates, or it's not even a mindset of put it away and eat it later. It's on your plate. You consume it now, and you don't get up from the table until it's done. Well, that's the mindset that I was raised with. And so I saw that here doing this trip, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is where it came from. So it was a great reality check in terms of understanding where some of the eating habits have come, from where they've come. And also seeing just the amount of foods that those who raised me and those before me that I've lived with, those who have influenced my life, just to see what their habits have been with food and how they relate to it. And I'm telling them, even my mom, it's like, oh my God, what are you doing to yourself? I didn't say that to her, but I'm just looking, and it's like, wow, I'm looking at the plate. You have a protein, you have vegetables, you have a rice, you have a sweet potato. And I'm thinking, that's 2 starches. Hello. Not only that, but you're eating dessert afterwards. You're mixing starches and sugars. And then she complains. And she assumes it. She says, I don't feel good. I don't feel well. I feel like this. I feel like that. But those are things I used to say myself prior to, me getting this reality check that I needed to really take drastic measures about and get control about my weight. So she would eat to clean her plate. And I'm not quite certain yet, but I almost feel as though if one person gets dessert, then everybody feels that they need to partake in dessert. And I didn't, she would offer, and because everybody else is eating a dessert, and I would say, oh, no, thank you. And, they would look at me like, you're crazy. Why wouldn't you indulge? And what's wrong with you? And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm 40 pounds lighter. There is nothing I want to put in my system that's going to jeopardize that. So, I love my family, but I'm glad I had the opportunity to see firsthand and understand what is it or how I developed my eating habits and just my idea about food. And I was able to see that firsthand today, over the last week. I've just truly been appalled, really, because the amount of food on their plates has just been, in my opinion, enough to feed 2 people. But again, prior to me doing the Hcg protocol, that was my portion. That I was eating the same portion size most of the time. Now it's definitely half of what they've consumed. And I'm more of the grilled vegetable type person now. So I'm not particularly interested in eating all the extras. And one thing I did sample my daughter's sweet potato. My mom bought these sweet potatoes here They're purple on the inside. The skin is white or kind of beige on the outside. The inside is purple. And I just sampled a little bit of my daughter's and it was so good. But she was upset I didn't eat the one that was left. And I was like, I can't eat that. That's a lot of starch. And I had no rice on my plate, by the way. But anyway, it's been an excellent experience. And I'm glad I had it in my second week of maintenance because now I know for certain that going forward, I now understand within myself what triggers weight gain. And it is a blend of starches and sugars as Dr. Simeon's protocol manual reads. But for me, I understand its danger to my body and to my health. And I know what not to indulge in. Or if I am to indulge in some type of starch or sugars, that I'm only to do so in moderation. And now here's the thing. This is the third week. This is the beginning of week 3 for my maintenance. This coming Saturday, which is 6 days from now, which is 5 days from now, there's another family function that we will be attending. And it's just all the family gets together on my dad's side. And we eat. It's like the end of summer party, if you will, that one of my sisters does every year. And people, like my mom is from New York. They were here visiting. They've gone back, but more family from my dad's side will be coming down from New York, and we'll be here in Atlanta celebrating the end of summer party. There's some wedding anniversaries or marriage anniversaries in August. There's some birthdays in August. So all those will be celebrated at that time. And I will be there. But guess what? I'm not interested in eating a bunch of junk. Besides, my sister, I love them. She's a good cook as well. But when they make their pasta salads, like here's one. Her mom is going to be making some type of crab salad, where it's pasta and crab and crawfish and shrimp, or shrimp salad or whatever it is, with seafood in it. Well, of course I want the seafood. I don't particularly care about the pasta, and I certainly don't want all the mayonnaise in it. Ugh, that really, right there, turns me off. But I know that I'll be going. I'll indulge in some of the grilled chicken and some of the fish that they will have present. Now, I haven't decided what dish I'm going to contribute to the menu as of yet. She's going to have salad or whatever, but I don't know. I may just buy a cake and take it because I'm not interested in baking. And somebody, I typically do the macaroni and cheese. Somebody committed to that this year, so that's one less thing I have to do. And, so it's like, what do I do? So I may just buy a little pastry and take over there. Or I may do a baked bean casserole, or I may buy a bag of apples and just bake those and take them as an alternative dessert that's healthier for them. Because I ate that when I was on the protocol. My sister actually sampled it and she loved it. So I may prepare that dish and just take it there, which actually sounds like the better idea. So, but at least I know when I go what I'm able to eat, what are going to be the triggers, what to indulge in freely, and what to indulge in moderation, if to indulge at all. But again, on this state day, I'm working to bring those 3 to 5 pounds. Now, when I say I gained 5 pounds, I'm also talking about the 2 pounds that's allowed within the gain. You shouldn't go 2 pounds over your last ejection weight. Well, I was definitely, again, within it, and I've just gone over. So when I say 5 pounds, I'm including those pounds. So if I don't include those pounds, then I've only had like a 3 pound weight gain. But I'm trying to get rid of all that. And I will do round 2, I believe, starting October. Honestly, I don't want to wait that long. I want to start round 2 now. I'm ready to get this done, get it over with, and just proceed.